trying to get in the mood, trying to listen to music. No. For an hour and a half, I didn't even get to listen to a 3-minute song the full way. I love my dad though. He's the best.
Let's see.
Pops be something else.
Mm-hmm. There's this dude texting me. I think he. I don't like him.
What does man do to you? What did he do to you?
He has audacity. That's what it is.
Oh.
That was where he did wrong. The audacity.
The audacity.
What? Breathe to live?
No, and he was talking to me too sexually. I don't like that shit. Don't talk to me sexually. Don't do it. Don't do it. And that was like the main thing. And he's not my height.
So hold on. I have a question.
Let's go. We here. Let's get into it. We're recording too. Let's go. Let's get into this shit.
I have a question.
Okay, so this is on air? This is on air? Okay.
Oh yeah, we're recording. Let's go.
I'm gonna be politically correct from now on. Okay?
Here you go. I shouldn't even say that.
How did he even make it that far if he's not your height, if he didn't meet the height requirement?
So this is what irritates me. A lot of people will get my phone number for work things. And it's like they pretend that they want to work with me, and then they have my number. So all of a sudden, when you start like veering from work, I already don't like you because now you just like try to fool me. Mm-hmm. I ain't nobody's fool. So I already have an attitude, but I'm going to keep the relationship just in case, I can get something out of it for working, because that was the initial conversation. So he's trying to come to LA next week, and he's going to ask to see me, but I ain't going to be in LA. That's what you don't know. So I'm going to tell him, yeah, it's open. It's beautiful. Come on.
Bruh. He going to hit you with that.
He's been setting it up. He's been setting it up for days, and now I'm going to set his ass up. Period.
I can't. Already, I can't.
Are we rolling? Are we rolling?
Oh yeah, we've been going.
Okay.
We've been on for a few minutes.
I just want to make a public apology. I want to make a public apology, okay? When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I love admitting I'm wrong. And I love when a guy tells me that I'm wrong, because that's just like, people don't tell me that I'm wrong very often. And it's like, if you can teach me something and if I can learn from you, that just like means so much to me. But I want to apologize. I want to go and do a public apology to everyone. Cowboys, y'all are amazing. Cowboy fans.
I thought we were going to be civil. I had a feeling this is where this was going. I did in my soul.
You guys are great. You guys are the best. I love the fucking Cowboys. You're great.
So we lying. It ain't Sunday, but we gonna lie. Anyway, we gonna tell a whole lie.
No, I'm not lying.
Okay.
No, I'm actually very sincere right now. I am a lover of talent. I am a lover of people that have talent, and that's what it is. I am a Giants fan on the back end, but I just love talented people.
I could just
feel. I can't with that already.
That sarcasm is
4 minutes in, and I can't.
No, there's no sarcasm. There's no sarcasm. I promise you. Where's the Bible? Where's the Bible? Hand on the Bible, hand on my cross, 2 crosses, cross my heart. No, Cowboys are amazing. I love them.
How do we come to this point? How do we get here? I'm just curious. How do we get to this point?
Talk about it. I already know. I already know the reason, but by the way, I don't want to bring it out in case you're not one to talk about it, but I already know the reason why.
Because I have friends, I have a lot of friends, and my friend got traded to the Cowboys.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So
I had to recant. I can't do this no more.
So as soon as a friend is no longer on the Cowboys, we back on that.
No. I've realized the error of my ways. Cowboys don't pay me. Giants don't pay me.
That's what's up.
I'm just going to follow talent.
You know what? That is what's up. I still don't believe you, but that's fine. That's between you and God and whoever else. That is perfectly okay.
I can't.
I know. I have an idea of who you're referring to because I keep up with those type of things.
Yep.
I can't. All right, we about to get this shit going. This is episode. What episode is this?
60.
50 or is it 59 or 60? I can't remember.
It's 60.
60. Episode 60. That's big time
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes. Welcome to Forever Podcast. We back. And as you can see, we do have a guest with us.
Hello.
First and foremost, as always, is your boy, the bad guy, P-Mac.
And it's your boy, the walking holiday He-Man.
And
we have our guest.
Lefebvre,
there you go.
the heathen.
Plug your shit too.
It's Anna Lefebvre from Love and Lust. It's a podcast that Apple will not take on.
Don't feel bad. They wouldn't take ours either.
If I'm fake crying right now, I'm fake crying. Somebody called me out. They're like, "Why are you fake crying?"
Don't feel bad.
It's Hollywood.
They wouldn't take ours either. I tried to submit ours to Apple. They wouldn't take ours.
They said it's too vulgar.
Look, I done told you about Apple products. You don't eat half-eaten produce. If you in the store, you don't buy it. What is that fucking monitor? Their trademark is fucking half-eaten apple. Don't want to do business with them. Fuck them.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, but I'm an Apple girl. I have Apple. Mac. I can't. They brainwashed me. I don't know why. I can't do it. I can't switch over. It's brainwashed. Every time I probably put these in my ear, they probably have some kind of like sonic waves that's saying Apple, Apple, Apple.
I can't.
Apple TV. What's up, Siri?
You are in an abusive relationship. No, it must end.
I can't. I'm brainwashed. It's okay. It happens.
She got Stockholm syndrome on Apple.
I won't even look at PCs. I don't give a fuck if it's like $300. I'm like, nope, can't do it.
Damn. Ooh, that's cold.
Woo.
All right, so I know you mentioned your song of the week, OutKast, "So Fresh, So Clean," but we want to get our topic from our special guest, if you have one that you'd like to open us up with. So what you got?
So I was listening to your last show and you guys were talking about why are my hands flamboyantly going like this? I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. Okay, first of all, I know I look all like whatever, but I'm hungover more than a motherfucker. I drank last night for the first time in a long time. My connotation of drinking for a long time is like 7 days. Not drinking. I had to reset my liver. My liver got reset. I drank last night because I got triggered. Something happened. I got triggered. I shouldn't have drank because I should have known that I would overdrink. And I was saying to myself, don't overdrink. Don't do it. You got to act tomorrow. You got all this shit to do. And I overdrank. So now I was fighting my demons. Now my demons are in my head. This damn headache. But learn a valuable lesson. But anyhow, I want to address what you said about getting text messages from your exes during the holidays. Mm-hmm. And you guys said to ignore it. Don't answer. Don't respond.
Typically.
I don't agree with that. Because what happens when you don't answer, then these crazy people gonna be like, well, maybe they didn't see it. Well, maybe blah blah blah. Well, maybe, and they're creating all these stories to why they got ghosted to make sure that they don't feel ghosted, right? Mm-hmm. So if it was me, and I was in a very long relationship, 11 years, I would basically be like, hey, happy holidays. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, have a blessed life. Mm-hmm. And that right there gives them closure to know that they can't come back in the door.
For some people. Mm-hmm. Someone else might see that as that little crack in that window. Okay, she left that window open. Now I'm going in full speed. I'm about to pick the lock. I'm going all the way in there. Some people, not all people, but some people will take that as an open invitation to, well, shit, she responded, so I'm going right in there. Fuck it.
But that's when you block them. No, I'm serious. Because the thing is like when I was married, nothing was going to jeopardize my marriage. Mm-hmm. I wasn't about that shit. So I would tell the person like, hey, I'm Gucci over here. No, thank you. Me and my husband are fine right now, And then that right there is communication, which I really preach on my podcast, and it lets them know. Now, what they do with that information is on them. You can't control another person. Mm-hmm. But I like to just, boom, done. Blatant. I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm not going to say something to not hurt your feelings. I'm going to say how I want to say it, and then it's over with.
Savvy.
That's just my advice. Because when you don't answer, especially I have some crazy ass friends. I have some real crazy friends. And they be creating all these fucking scenarios and stories and creating all this shit. And if you just tell them what it is, then they can't create it.
No, but feel like that is energy that shouldn't even be spent. If we
Then
haven't
block them.
No, that's what I'm saying. That even takes effort to block. I shouldn't have to do nothing. If I'm not interested, not into you, no, not at all. It's not worth it, because sometimes not getting closure is closure. That should be already enough. Me not giving you that should be good enough to you to understand that we don't have nothing to talk about, that there's nothing there. So then again, it may be different, because from a guy's perspective, that is literally, for the most part, how a lot of guys think. Oh, she reached out. Oh, I was on her mind during this time. Maybe she's thinking about the good times that we had around this time of year. Let me just go ahead and just politely just see how she's doing. Let's see how everything is going on in her life. And then we take that, like P-Mac said, as an opening and try to wiggle in there. Just don't respond.
But every time I personally ghost somebody, and obviously I'm talking about a heterosexual relationship with a guy, right. I feel like that's just an important thing to say.
No doubt.
They always come back. But if I say something to them, and if I hurt their feelings a little bit, they don't come back, because guys are very sensitive.
We always talk about this. We always talk about this. We always say, no matter what, they always come back.
They always come back.
Fits.
And you know what? It doesn't make me feel good. It makes me ponder and be like, well, what the fuck am I doing for you to think that you can come back in my life? Mm-hmm. Like my life is not a revolving door. You're either in or you're out.
Right.
Yeah.
So I personally don't think it's a great thing. Like, oh, I got that magic pussy. No. You're easy access. They're watching you on your social media and like, okay, she's here, she's that. It's 11 something at night. Let me hit her ass up. I'll be like, no, whatever the fuck you were doing those couple weeks ago, those 6 months ago, bitch, keep doing it. Bye. Yeah. Or I'd be like, oh, that little shit didn't work out, huh?
Oh, you take that that feel good. Yeah,
I don't think it's a compliment. And I know a lot of girls be like, oh yeah, I got that wop. No.
And then I think that's another reason why people always try to come back is once a particular situation is over with, and then they move on to another situation, and that one wasn't as good as the previous one. Once that one ends, they're like, well, shit, this one wasn't as good as that one, so let me go and try to see if I can get back to that one. And that's asinine to me. I don't get why people do that shit. But
okay, so I'm gonna tell you, because I am not the best person. If I let you come back in my life, it's because I did some shit too.
So you feel like y'all square. Like, all right, you did some shit. I did some shit you probably didn't know about.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That's cool. We could still be cool.
But are we talking about something that's on equal footing?
Well, I don't know what they did, but I know I wasn't right. I know I saw Jim, Stacy. Why am I naming people right now? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
Oh, Lord.
Lord, she took it to the Bible. Fix it, Jesus.
Oh, Lord, oh, Lord.
I know I was seeing other people. I did some shit with some other people. So if I let you back in my life, it's because I wasn't perfect. But if I don't let you back in my life, that's because I was perfect. And then also, if we had a mental orgasm together, then I probably will let you back.
No doubt. Because a lot of times people come back for that mental emotional connection.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, a lot of people think that it is sexual, when in reality, it's about how this person made me feel as a human being. I enjoyed that warmth, that comfort, that stability.
Yeah.
This person's provided. So, like P-Mac said, my previous relationship with what I had going on is in shambles. Let me go to this drug that I know is dependable and that's going to make me feel better. So they tend to wander on back on their belly.
I mean, I might wander back too. Take a couple steps back. Yeah. Like I told you, I love when a guy can teach me something. I fucking love that shit. I love it when we have a mental thing together. That makes sex so much better. Like, I mean, we can get orgasms from jump offs. You know what I mean? So like having that chemistry both ways is just like that's everything, especially at this age.
I wonder what kind of connection Scotty and Larsa Pippen got, because she just be frolicking like a motherfucker. She just got caught up with Malik Beasley from Timberwolves, and now his wife is about to divorce him for fucking around with her.
You know what? When you start, when you get into this group of like, when you start getting to a certain status, it's really easy to get caught up because you're just around them and you've been around them and you know everybody. So it's really easy to get caught up. I just don't understand why people just like, you guys are dumb.
Because we talked a little bit about this on your episode about the whole thing with cheating and being in certain environments where it's even easier access to maybe someone like me, where I can't just go into certain social circles and just go fuck anybody in there. But when you go to an NBA player like Malik Beasley, a starting player for the Timberwolves, averaged like fucking 20 points a game last year, he can go get anybody he wants to. So it's like, so now he's in a situation where he got caught cheating on his wife with Larsa Pippen, and now his wife's about to divorce him. He's 24 years old, and now he's already about to get through a divorce already. So it just goes back to what we were talking about with.
How old is Larsa?
The cheat shit. She got to be up there. She has
to be.
She putting up some Hall of Fame numbers with the niggas she running through. Shit.
Yeah, she has to be around 40. I'm thinking because she was friends with Kim Kardashian, right? Mm-hmm. That's how like she kind of got. Obviously she was married to Scottie Pippen, but like, damn, girl, get you. No, I'm just kidding.
She putting up some numbers. I give her that. She putting up numbers.
Shit, it ain't my life. That ain't the first time you cheated.
I saw on Twitter they said who would win in a versus, Larsa Pippen or Lori Harvey. I was like, yeah, they both running through him. I can say that shit.
See, I stay out of this. Like, I heard about him getting a divorce, but I didn't know why. Yeah, I stayed the fuck out of all that shit. Like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't want to know what's going on.
His wife, I think it just came out yesterday that she filed for divorce.
Better. She could do better. She could do an owner now. Why are you still doing players? Get an owner.
You think them owners gonna be faithful? Them owners probably got 3-4 women that are all cool with each other.
But she's already okay with cheating. She's already okay with the home wrecking thing. So
well, obviously she's not. Wait, are we talking about Malik Beasley's wife or Larsa Pippen?
No, I'm talking about Larsa.
Larsa Pippen. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she can go get her a damn owner. Be good.
You can do better. Go to Dubai. Get you a prince.
I mean, Malik Beasley ain't that good. Shit. He ain't no all-star or nothing.
That's just messy. But I don't like mess.
But that make me worry about Scotty. If you see your girl get ran through like that publicly and you still hanging on like that, that made me think he feel like he can't do better. If you just gonna hold on to somebody that has handled you in that way in a public light to see, and you just still hanging around.
I know kids are involved, but I'm assuming money's involved.
Look, they old enough to where we can have grown folk discussion. Look, your mama ain't shit. We can move on and go our separate ways and let that be the reason.
I just don't get the whole public, like, how did you guys not keep this shit private? Like, I just don't get it. Why don't we do, like, non-compete, what is it, non-competes? Wait, not non-competes.
NDA? NDA?
Yeah, NDAs. I've signed NDAs. I make people sign NDAs. And I ain't shit. I literally have made people sign NDAs.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would be a way to go. Shit. But I mean, we already know.
You ain't about to fuck me up, because the thing is, too, is like, I already know if you're going to be like a future or if you're just there if you're a place. My friend calls it a placeholder. She's like, who's your placeholder of the week? Who's the placeholder?
That's true.
So if you're a placeholder, fuck that. We ain't taking no damn pictures. Nobody needs to know that we are seeing each other. This shit gonna be sneaky as fuck on my behalf.
And let's be honest, you cool with that, but have you come across some guys that feel some type of way about it?
They hate it. Everybody hates it.
I would imagine so.
Everybody hates it.
So let me ask you this: on the flip side, would you sign one?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
I will sign. Especially going through my first marriage. I have learned that contracts are very important. So prenups, I don't give a fuck if I have just 2 teeth in my mouth. We're having a prenup. Like, I want to keep these 2 damn teeth. So to me, contracts are really important. Here's the thing with contracts. We sign them all the time. Like when you do a job, especially if, you have to like on a contract basis, whatever so why wouldn't you give that respect to your significant other? It doesn't mean that the marriage is going to be solved. But as a human being, I can only control myself. I don't know if you're going to wake up the next one day, crazy as fuck, decide I'm the ugliest person, somebody you don't want to be with, and then you change your mind. I've already had promises broken to me in front of God, in front of hundreds and hundreds of people. So no, we're going to have, and if you have a problem with that, like I told you, there's one of me and there's many men. So bye-bye.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm single.
Talk your shit.
I have no tolerance. I have 0 tolerance. So
fuck it.
Yep. My little shady. What are you drinking? I always wonder on the shows what you're drinking. Ever since I saw the show, what you had a little two shot.
I always drink. I got a whole liquor cabinet to my explicit right. It is the whiskey and Coke.
That shit is fully stocked. I seen the picture you sent through. That shit fully stocked.
Yeah, fully stocked. It's about what I got to taste for at the time, and I'll be like, all right, I can do that. Which I'm probably continue to pull up and continue to talk shit on her.
Yeah, there you
right
go.
Now, whiskey and Coke.
Yeah, I'm drinking water. I don't know if you guys see, like I keep on switching because I'm so dehydrated. My fucking liquor cup was in the bathroom.
You ain't get your Ciroc that you was asking me about last night?
Oh no, I didn't get the Ciroc. I felt okay. So this is what happened. I was like, okay, Anna, you have to act tomorrow. You got a couple acting gigs. You got to be on a show. You can't be doing this shit. So I went and got a proportionate like Cosmo blend kind of thing. So I was like trying to behave. Drank all of it because I drink really fast, and I've been drinking since I was like 10. So I can hold my liquor. And my brother comes to me and he's like, "Here, do you want this bottle of Honey Jack?" I was like,
yeah, that's the shit right there.
Fuck yeah.
That's that shit there.
And then the next thing I know, I woke up. And I was like, no! Everything I said I was not going to do, it happened.
Because I noticed on Snap, your snaps just stopped out of nowhere. And they almost never just stop out of nowhere. They usually, there's a progression of them that keep going.
Yeah.
And they just stopped out of nowhere.
Yeah, I like to keep, in everybody on a good note. We might cry together. The reason why the one room that I saw a recording in the one room, I'm not going to mention, you already know what it is, because there's cameras in there. There's a shit ton of cameras. So I had to stop in that room.
I'm not even going. We'll talk about it later.
There's like probably 10 cameras in that room.
So what is your progression when you wake up the next day feeling that way? Do you check your cell phone, your Snapchat, your text messages, or you already know I'm good?
So drunk Anna is beautiful. I love her. That's my spirit animal, to be honest with you. I wish I could be that bold in real life. Drunk Anna handles fucking business. Drunk Anna is like texting me, "Where's that dick at?" Drunk Anna is the best, okay? So whatever the fuck she does, I stand by. And I don't need to check up on her. So I don't go back. I don't look at messages. I had to make that pact with myself. Like, whatever you said was actually shit you wanted to say, but now you're bold enough to say it. And you got time now, because I'm not one of those people that can drink and, like, do shit. So this is why I had to slow down drinking. Because when I drink, I fucking forget about everything. I don't work. I don't cook. I don't clean. I'm just kidding. So that's why I had to slow down the drinking, because it's taking up too much time, and I have too many like careers going on. But no, I let her do her thing. She's perfect. I love her. Period. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
And I know if I did something crazy because my phone's blown up the next day.
That's typically how it go. That's typically how it go. Your shit be blowing the fuck up, and you know you did something wild.
Yeah, and then I realized I haven't texted people back from Thanksgiving. I was like, "Fuck, I'm one of those people." Fuck, like when did this happen? I got taught by one of the best fuckboys ever, and I became a product of my environment. I've taken his ways and I have made them better, because what women don't know, men are very simple. We are so much better at like cheating, at playing games, at running games and running things. And if we actually realize men are very simple, then you're not going to get played.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
In a nutshell, I could definitely agree with that.
He's like, wow, for the first time.
I can honestly agree with that, because a lot of women try to overcomplicate men, when in reality, we present our needs or wants to the fullest. So it can easily be satisfied or remedied or game plan for if you pay attention, as opposed to trying to conform us into what they believe, what women believe we want to do or want to do, want to be or want to do. So, nope.
Do you believe in this? Do you believe in the stars?
Somewhat, not wholeheartedly.
What's your sign?
It's Taurus.
That's why I didn't know this. Okay, I didn't know this.
So, yes, I could be. Oh dear God, I could be overly stubborn to a huge amount, to a huge degree, to the point to where I'm like, all right, whatever. I could be hurting, I could be whatever, but I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. I refuse to.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
That has always been my thing. Overly stubborn, and that's not leaving. But yes, to a certain extent, it's cool, but I'm not overly into it.
Yeah, I don't believe in horoscopes.
Right.
My life isn't predestined. Like that, I make it what it is. If my life's predestined, I'm not gonna fucking do shit. I'm just sit right here, and that's it. Fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. But I do I just really honestly just started like getting into the signs like this year. And so I do believe it in a certain degree, but not 100%. But a lot of people, be doing the same shit when they're born at a certain time of the year. Now it could either be because of the time of the year. Like for instance, I love the spring. I'm a spring and summer baby, but that's because I was born in June. Right. So I was like, growing up, that's my birthday. So that made me excited because that was coming, and that's when I would get gifts and things like that. So there's things like that where doesn't have anything to do with astrology. Right. It's just like your settings. But then I do believe if the moon has, like just for instance, I'm going to say it. Cover your ears, guys, if you don't want to hear it. Menstruation. The moon has something to do with that. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with a lot of things. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
I mean, it makes sense because what is it? Pseudoscience to a certain degree. When it's a full moon, the waves on the beach beat harder. So on and so forth. The body is made of 75% water. So if it's a full moon, they always say there's a certain level of crazy that comes out during the full moon because our body responds. So
altitude, has stuff to do. And I'm in a high altitude right now, so it has something to do with your mood and your mood swings and the way you're feeling. And then other people's energy around, you and their energies. That's what I actually talk about on my upcoming show. We talk about sexuality and spirituality.
Okay.
Coming from actually two Christians, me and my host. So it's very interesting to, hear us talk about something, especially growing up in the South, that's so taboo.
Right.
Y'all talked about vaginas too, didn't you?
That's going to be in another upcoming show. So that show I had to kind of so here's the thing with my show. Here's the thing with my show. Most of my listeners are men. Okay. And I've strategically done this. Okay.
Smart.
So that show, I talked about the different kinds of vaginas, which was like 7 or 8 different kinds. I can't remember exactly. But she kind of she's amazing, but I feel like what she had to say, my listeners are not ready to hear. So I'm going to push that show back a little bit. Because I'm the type of person, I want to teach, but if you're not open to hearing it, I'm not going to speak to a wall.
It's gonna fall on deaf ears if they're not ready to receive the information that's being given. Yeah, that's a big part of the problem we have. Shit, motherfuckers just don't want to listen to what the fuck we putting down. Shit.
Yeah. Right. So I have to like kind of break them in, and I have a perfect episode before that episode to break it in, because what we're talking about is soft men, and people are not going to want to hear all that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's like you guys want one thing, but then you want something else. You want to build with a woman, but then you want to like be so you just have to wait.
I'm listening to that one. I'm definitely listening to that one.
It's just weird. Like, I think people are just so focused on other people's lives and trying to emulate something because they don't have a vision for themselves. So they're trying to emulate somebody else's vision. And I'm just like, just focus on you. Focus on you. Stop worrying about everybody else. Because I ain't worried about nobody else's relationship. I'm not. My relationship with myself is most important right now. My relationship with God is most important. I ain't give a fuck about anything else. I don't care about nobody else's relationship. What's good for you is good for them. What I would do is, different. The porn I watch, maybe different porn that you watch. So we all like different shit. You know what I mean? Stop laughing because you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. That's why I'm laughing. Shit.
I can't with y'all.
Oh my God.
I can't with her. Shit.
Do you think like, having a little bit of celibacy, like staying off all that is good for yourself, like connecting with your inner self?
Mm-hmm.
Because it helps create a hunger.
So.
Yeah.
Whether it's a hunger to know yourself or the person that you're trying to get close to. But it provides a certain level of self-reflection. I tell people all the time, I'm not the same person I was after having sex. So when you go long periods of time, before you had sex, your mind, your soul, your thought process was totally different from after you've had sex. So when you go on that binge of not doing anything, I think your mind kind of reshapes itself or thinks differently towards certain situations, circumstances, and people as a whole. Not
letting sex rule your life too. I had a conversation with one of my younger brothers because I talk to him like this, I tell him like people are not going to like everything I say, but I told him, I was like, listen, you don't need to go after a bad bitch. Go after the average because we are fucking hard-headed. We are assholes. I was like, that you're not in a place in your life where you want a relationship anyhow. So I tell them, whatever. And then yesterday he had a date, one of my younger brothers, and it was with an older female, which I'm like,
this is the Pisces.
Sorry. Yes.
Pisces. Yeah, he got to be careful. He got to be careful.
How old was she?
How
old was she?
She's 26 and he's 20.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, but he's a Pisces, so he got to be careful. He's going to fall in love real quick.
I said, whatever you do, don't fuck her. Whatever you do, do not fuck her. I was like, unless you want to have a one-night stand or if you want to have many nightstands. That's the difference. So if you fuck her, it's probably going to be a one-night stand. Can I say all this? Is my vulgarity is okay? Okay. So I was like, but if you hold out and if you treat her well, just that one time, she's going to be around for a long time because women we get caught up in this whole entire thing where society has us believing where we can't really have options. We can't really like be fucking around. And I don't really believe in fucking around like that because of a simple thing called HIV. So I don't believe in that. I don't believe anybody should. But I was telling him like, don't do it. Especially if she's 26. I was like, you got to act a little bit older to hold your own. You can't be acting like a child. So he came today and he was like, oh, I followed your advice. I got some titty action, but I was like, good for you. At least somebody's getting some action around here. I'm just kidding.
But I mean, it's the truth though, because us as men, we have that stigma that that all we think about is sex. All we want to do is fuck. So if you can show a girl and prove to a girl that that's not what you're all about, that's just gonna make her want you even more in the end. For most women.
Right, because the questions come up. They feel like, well, why isn't he trying to sleep with me? What is going on? What is preventing him from trying to holler at me, trying to get me to his place or him come to mine? But if he's cool, calm, and collected, those questions starts to make her think, and in return, she wants to know more. She wants to get down to the bottom of it. It makes her yearn for his presence, to know more.
This is what I tell him too. I was like, this is the play. See, this is bad too because I'm a player, retired player. Honestly, I'm retired because I don't have time. I had to stop. If I don't have time to drink, I don't have time to be a player. Let's just put that out there. But
So there's a correlation
between. You see what I be dealing with, man, right? You see what I be dealing with.
So I told him, I was like, okay,
understand.
So women are not used to being turned down, right? And it goes to our heads because we're not like, he's a man, he has a dick, he's controlled by his dick. So this is what you basically say. I have a mother, I have a sister that's a feminist, and I have a niece. Mm-hmm. And I respect women. That's all you got to say. And then she's going to be like, oh, he's so different. She's going to be texting her friends. He's so different. I might have found the one. I found my husband. She's going to be saying his last name to her fucking name first name because women, we all fucking do this stupid ass shit. And there you go.
Just like that.
That's true.
Just like that.
It's real talk. Real talk.
I got 6 brothers too. Well, 2 of them are married. So, well, 3 of them are in relationships. So I can, help the other ones out.
There you go.
Because when you're in a relationship and if you're like, I know you, nope, not in it. Don't ask me for advice. If you want advice, go to one of my podcasts, Love and Less, as you can find on Spotify.
Plug your shit. Talk about it. Right there on the wall behind you, too.
I'm not giving you advice because I'm not getting caught up in nobody's relationship. If you're a friend, I'm not getting caught up in your relationship because one second you're going to be with that person and then the next second you're not with them. And then 1 second, people are so indecisive. Like,
they'll throw you under the bus. They'll throw you under the bus quick. Like, well, she told me to, this is something that you mentioned. I'm just trying it out. Who told you that? Anna? Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, so now you telling that bitch all our information?
That part. Yep. So.
Well, how close are you guys? Do you fuck her?
All of that. All of that.
All that shit is coming.
Which brings up a good point. Say, for instance, you slept with someone and y'all are friends. It didn't work out. Y'all was just smash. Y'all just cool afterwards. No big deal. And he or she ends up getting in a relationship. Well, how can I put it? I said that wrong. Say, for instance, you smash somebody, y'all friends, you get into a relationship with somebody. Your significant other asks you, did y'all sleep around? Do you tell them or just say no?
So when I was married, anybody that I slept with, we were done. Mm-hmm. My marriage was too important.
Right.
So if we hit it, but here's the thing. Now going forward, I can't really give you an answer because I don't have this experience now. But right. Going forward, now that I already went through a marriage, I went through it like the Kool-Aid man. Now that I went through it, I don't know because I did all of that. I gave that man so much respect. I never cheated. I didn't step out. You know what I mean? So now it's like, why would I lose friendships that I have over somebody that may be temporary? That's what my brain thinks now that I already went through a marriage because somebody already lied to me to the fullest extent.
Yeah.
Right.
The fullest extent. But at the same time, how do I say this? I'm just going to say it. I don't really my ego is not this big, but everyone seems to fall for me. Mm-hmm. So I don't have that situation where people want to be friends with me after we have had coitus.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Because I've thought about it, and I'm of the ilk to where I'm like you. To me, a marriage is sacred, which means I'm not going to separate. I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit for anybody. Mm-hmm. If their feelings get hurt, if they can't understand why I have to distance myself over my marriage, we weren't cool to begin with, And at the same time, I'm like, my girl, Angel Face, I'm like, if, say, for instance, we're out and about and I see a friend that I slept with, and she asked me, hey, did you sleep with her? I'm saying yes. I refuse to lie because my biggest thing is that she's a reflection of me and I'm a reflection of her. So that means that I don't want to have her out there looking like a fool to where if I say no, and then this person has that over me, they'd be like, oh, so that we slept together, but you didn't tell her.
Yeah.
So I'm a firm believer. If I am with you and I get to ask that question, you may be upset about it. She may get upset. She may be angry, but at the end of the day, I respect and love you enough to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because then on top of that, if she asks you and you say no, and then she finds out later on,
right there.
Then it makes it almost look like, well, shit, is there something still going on between you two because you didn't tell me initially or what? So yeah, I'm right there with you on that. I'm a firm believer in don't ask if you don't want to know the answer, but if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Yeah. That's how I am.
No doubt. And see, I work in a predominantly field with women. You know, that is my biggest thing. When I went to college, I was one or two guys in my field. Graduate, I'm surrounded by, I'll say if we got 10 people in the office, it's literally only two guys, me and another gentleman. So it is literally, that is the field that I work in. But at the same time, she understands the fact that she's Latina, so she got that passion about it, but she also understands that I'm not going to put you in a situation to where you look like a fool, I'm gonna lie to you, or hurt you in that manner. So I'm a firm believer in being 100% honest and that, you know, get mad, that's fine. You get pissed off, I'm cool with that. But you'll know that I'm telling you the truth.
And I don't like messy shit. Mm-hmm. That's my thing. I don't like messy stuff. So either we're working together, like I was talking about in the beginning, we're working together, or we're sleeping together, but it ain't gonna be both.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that also eliminates the whole entire, like, that eliminates a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, being very clear, communicating with your partner, because there's going to be other people trying to come in. And so something happened when I got together with my...
There you go. There you go. There you go. I know where this is going. Just so you know, a little disclaimer: when she thinks about her ex, she starts dry heaving. So yeah.
Okay, with that one, okay.
Yeah, that shit happened for the first time while we was on the phone. I was like, "What the hell? You all right? You about to throw up or some shit?"
This is how much disdainment I have for this man. So with my boyfriend when I was like 18 or whatever, something had happened. I wanted to apologize, right? But I was in a very long relationship. So once that relationship ended, I went back and apologized. Now, I apologized 11 years later. But because I was so respectful to that relationship, I didn't say nothing to him. I didn't go out my way to, you know what I mean? Because I can open up an avenue to have a conversation. Wasn't trying to do that. Right. So that's how respectful I am. Also, recently, I didn't know I was this bad. I didn't know I'd be breaking up relationships and I didn't do shit.
Oh my God. I have thoughts on this. All right.
I like, just my very existence makes people mad, and that makes me so happy because I'm just doing something right because you noticed me. So that just like, so anyhow, I have a friend. We're still friends. Mm-hmm. Period.
I can't with it.
So his girl had a problem with me.
Uh-huh.
Right? So I literally told him, I was like, since she has a problem with me, we've done nothing. I've given you church hugs. Mm-hmm. That's it. We don't hang out. We don't, whatever. So we never had a space to do anything at the same time. So, not that anything would happen, because nothing would happen. Let me just clear that up. Like, nothing would ever happen. Right. So he's just a friend. She had a problem with me because I just breathe the air that God gives me. And I told him, I was like, I respect your relationship too much, so we can't be friends as long as you're in this relationship. Well, they done broke up 2 days later.
Ooh.
Gemini. I'm a Gemini. If you can read it between the lines. But honestly, I can't be friends. If your girl has a problem, you're in a relationship. I ain't competing with nobody you're fucking. Like, but
that's the thing.
I'm not that important. But I guess the bitch is.
Ooh, because Because the thing is you don't know what he told his girl. Now he tell you one thing. Mm-hmm. He tells you one thing, but there's no telling what he goes back and tells her. So she probably has a totally different mindset on you that possibly isn't even the facts of the situation. And sometimes guys and girls get off on knowing and making their significant other jealous. And then that brings about insecurities. And then it's just like, you know what, fuck it. If you want to be with her, be with her. This just ain't gonna work. And the whole time you're like, cool, I kind of wanted to get away from you anyway. Yep, they will use.
Yeah.
It sounded like some using was going on. If 2 days later you said that, and 2 days later,
100%. I feel like you didn't think this is how this is going to go. We were agreeing on everything at this point. I completely agree with you. I was just used as a scapegoat. But at the end of the day, that's on y'all.
You still Gucci.
I'm over here minding my motherfucking business, and I didn't do anything wrong. And I've met her several times. I went out of my way to talk to her on, just being a friendly motherfucker because I'm a friendly ass bitch. So like
right.
So if you had something to say, you could have said it to me at that point, at that moment.
Right.
So I'm a respectful person. If you're in a relationship, I ain't doing all that shit. And a lot of females have a problem with me. And I realized that I was like in the safe zone since I was in a relationship for so long. And now that I'm not in a relationship, I'm out of the safe zone. Now I'm competition. Yeah. I've lost a lot of friends after my marriage dissolved. Lost a lot of friends. And I realized a lot of girls get intimidated because I'm funny. And I make dudes laugh. They don't like that shit. They hate it. Because that was one thing he said. He was like, oh, you're always laughing around her. I'm like, bitch, I'm a fucking comedian. That's in my job description to make people laugh. The fuck? Then be funny. Get some jokes. You want me to write you a joke so you can be funny? Like, what the fuck? What the
fuck? Insecurity.
Well, yeah. But I honestly, that made me feel good. Like me just breathing makes you mad? Cool. Fuck. I'm doing something right.
Makes sense.
But the funny thing is, I have more problems with men hating on me than women.
Really?
Yep. And they're lucky that I'm not the same person I was in Florida.
Oh, we're gonna
leave it like that.
No, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. But before we get out of here for this episode, I've been dying to know where you going with OutKast, So Fresh, So Clean, our song of the week. I've been dying to know where you're going with this.
Well, because for the simple fact of the matter is, we're grown. Us as men, as people, women, we're grown. I hope we are. So that means that we can't just be constantly washing our face with Ivory soap and putting on Vaseline. There has to be some type of regimen that we have for skincare that works, because one of the biggest things that women look at, they always say, is teeth and shoes or smell good. Those are the things. But it has to go further than that. And I feel like us as men, we don't do enough. We do the bare minimum to where we look halfway decent when we go out. But it's about that time to where we stop using Brute, Jupe, and certain type of colognes and Cool Water. Cool Water is that old school shit. I understand. But what type of skincare regimen do we use to where it helps bring out the most in us, which in turn can bring out the most when we're trying to get to know women and know who they are? I feel like that is so underrated in what we do as men. So we have to do better. Because I know, hey, what is your skincare regimen? Because people always ask me, I'm 37, be 39 and 38 in May. What do you do? What do you don't look your age. Well, I laugh, I drink, but I also I drink water, but I also drink. But it's a certain type of things to where we're old, to where we could buy certain things for ourselves, to where we could do and feel better about ourselves. So I was like, we got to do better as men. We just can't be half-ass looking any kind of way. And you expect you're going to go and walk up to the finest thing on two legs and get a response. It just don't work like that.
I definitely feel you on that.
Do it for yourself, not for somebody else. Do it for yourself.
Right. But I don't think a lot of men just barely start washing their legs in the shower. All right. They barely just got to that point. They barely got to the point where they clean out their belly button, all this shit when they're in the shower. I don't even think they barely even look in the mirror when they're in there. It's just a routine. They don't pay attention.
I bet them niggas don't wash behind their ear either. Got all kind of bullshit behind their ears.
Or wash your ass. People don't know how to wash their ass. People do not know how to wash their ass. And I can go on, but you want to close this down? We can close it down right now.
We gonna get on this next episode. We'll get on this next one. I'm gonna tell you because I actually have some shit I want to add to this topic in my notes.
Like, well,
But we gonna get on episode 61. That's a wrap. As always, it is your boy, the bad guy P Mac.
Hey, it's your boy, the Walking Holiday He-Man.
We appreciate our special guest.
It's your girl, but not your girl, Anna Lefebvre.
There you go. Talk
The
about
heathen.
it. Talk about it. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here for episode 60. Song of the week again was OutKast, So Fresh, So Clean. Shit. Yeah, we're going to... Yeah, we got some shit to talk about next episode, but we're going to get at y'all next time. Peace.
Bye.